Hi, welcome back guys. Welcome to the Garden of Your Mind. In this video I want to talk about what's right and wrong. So I'm talking about right and wrong and good and bad. In the same context, it doesn't really matter. There's no such thing as good or bad, but the thinking that makes it so. So whether something is good or bad is subjective. That's just your viewpoint, your opinion. We could always say, no, but we all agree, for example, that, maybe, I don't know, somebody who's aggressive is bad, somebody who's violent is bad, and so forth. Now, we can say that under specific circumstances, but we'd have to take that to every single circumstance in the world and say, well, is that the case? Well, let's say somebody's violent, but you've got people coming to attack your home base, for example. But this violent individual now could be a good thing to have if he's on your side or she's on your side and they're willing to stand up and protect what it is that you're trying to defend. Do you understand? I'm trying to give you different ways to look at this, but to understand that there's no such thing as good or bad. There's no such thing as right or wrong. You know, you're saying what's right, you're saying what's wrong. It's based upon your opinion. Many things are things that we just collectively agree to, and therefore we say it's right, or therefore we say it's wrong, because we collectively, as a collective, agree that this is this way or that way, and that is correct being this way or that way. We collectively agree to this. Doesn't make it true, doesn't make it right, doesn't make it anything, which means that you've got to be careful about your beliefs and values out there because they determine your future. Let's say, for example, you're the type of person that says, oh, I think it's wrong to have a lot of money because money is the root of all evil. You're going to turn down opportunities to make a lot of money. Having money doesn't make you good or bad. All it does is enhances what you can do, and who you are shows up a lot more, right? So therefore, if you're a person that has a lot of money and you're a person that's selfish and mean and so forth, you're going to be like that anyway, and vice versa. And it's like this. Someone might say, oh, well, like emotions, right? People judge emotions a lot as being good or bad. If you're sad, it's a bad emotion. If you're happy, it's a good emotion. Again, it's not really true. It's just subjective. Sometimes these things can play out in different times for different purposes. Somebody might say, well, how does being sad have a value? Well, some of the best love songs that you've ever heard have been written by people that experience this sadness and that express it in their music. Do you understand? And now you're able to share in that joy. And remember, we need to have polarity, polar opposites. So, how can something be, like, how can you have hot without cold? How can you have light without dark, and so forth? You need to have both sides to have both sides of the equation, right? So, we've got to be careful not to box ourselves in to some kind of invisible but yet mental prison whereby we now can't move in the direction that we want to move or enhance or advance ourselves in the way that we want to because we're stuck and worrying about what's good and bad and what's right and wrong and that type of thing. So, and I know religion's done a great job, and I'm not mocking religion, it's done a great job of showing us what's right and wrong, what's good and bad. But remember, again, it's all very subjective. Otherwise, you wouldn't have so many religions. How can you have one religion that says we're the right religion, another religion says we're the right religion? What, my God's better than your God type of thing? Do you understand? It's very, very, very subjective, right? So don't get so caught up in it. What I would encourage you to do is look at letting go. Question your beliefs and then letting go of the ones that don't serve you. Sometimes they don't serve you. It's not wrong to have money. It's not wrong to have fun. It's not wrong to be happy. It's not wrong to enjoy yourself. I'm at the same time, I can agree there's a certain amount of virtue in suffering. But that's only if that's what you want to do. If you find pleasure and virtue in that, then fine, by means you do that. Let nobody stop you. But if you want to be happy too, and you find great pleasure and virtue in being happy and, just doing things like playing games all day and, listening to jokes or whatever it's going to be, it doesn't really matter. It's down to you, right? Because nobody can then turn around and tell you what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's bad. But here's the thing, right? If you find that you have a lot of strong opinions on what's good and what's bad, and it's not backed up, then you need to start asking yourself, like, what is it that I'm really doing here? Am I really, really, really serving myself by doing this? Or do I need to look at my values and belief systems and just re-look at them again and just see how do they serve me, right? How do they really serve me? Am I really doing what's best for mankind and so forth? So, for example, some things are going to be, if you have, say, one of your belief systems says that, it's good to help people, and it's bad to turn them down and need help, that can serve society in a great way. Do you understand me? But even that at the same time has to be a bit subjective. No, you don't want to use a blanket statement to blanket everything because that will limit you too. As we get new information, we can change our minds and we can know more, right? But anyway, this video is all about right and wrong, good and bad. There's no such thing as right and wrong, but the thinking that makes it so. There is no good and bad, but the opinion that you give it, or whether it's good and whether it's bad. So look, I hope that's helped you, because this helped me tremendously when I first started to understand this concept of no such thing as right and wrong or good or bad. It changed a lot of things in my life, so I hope it does the same thing for you too. and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you get notified when the next videos come up. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.